No,
first
I
principles
don't think it's a generalist way of thinking. It's still a specialist way of thinking. My definition of specialist is different, I'll tell you, and has changed with time. If you are a marketer, as a solopreneur, or if you're a freelancer, you should be a specialist. 100%, there is no doubt about it. I don't respect anyone who is a freelancer or a consultant, independent, who is a generalist. I don't think that theory should exist.
But so my definition of generalist is, if let's say, okay, so for me YouTube is the specialization, right? But when I think of content as a whole, because
You
I
think
have
that is a
interest
generalist
in,
area?
yeah,
No. So that's exactly what I'm saying. The market is a very well-oiled machinery. There are brands. There is an existence of agencies. There is an existence of sub-agencies, which I call, and there is an existence of freelancers. And these all should independently exist. Freelancer economy super specialist should exist. Like for an example, a director who can do comedy films is a super specialist area. उनका need है. उनको हायर करेगा प्रोडक्शन हाउस हु इज स्पेशलिस्ट इन अ सर्टन काइंड ऑफ फिल्म. उनको हायर करेगा एक जर्नलिस्ट एजेंसी हु इज स्पेशलिस्ट इन अ सर्टन काइंड ऑफ कंटेंट. उसको हायर करेगा एक मेन लाइन कंटेंट कंपनी विच इज द ग्रुप एम विच इज नोन फॉर अ सर्टन काइंड ऑफ एन एडवर्टाइजिंग. उसको हायर करेगा एक ब्रांड विच इज अ जर्नलिस्ट. Now it's a trickle down effect. Now my challenge is only this, that you have to be very, very clear about what you're building. That's exactly what I was saying. If you are building a super specialist YouTube agency, for an example, your TAM is certain, then don't put, then your competition is not Group M. Your competition cannot be Group M. And it's absolutely fine.
Right.
But only when you have awareness, then you know, Group M se mere ko deal aayega. Why the hell am I competing with them? Then you should be sitting in their office and making friends with them. That's it. Because the deal flows from there. In fact, by the way, all super specialist agencies, I think they stop scaling themselves because they go and talk directly to the legacy brands while the deal flow is not with them. It's through the agency network. So you build a false competition, which was never your competition. जबरदस्ती का आके उंगली कर रहे हो, जबरदस्ती का.
Again, it's incentive understanding, right? It's not the
Exactly.
brand jahan se aapka incentive aa raha hai, it's
Exactly.
that agency through which you'll get that deal.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's a specialist area. But let's say you want to build a generalist agency, then you are competing. Then उसको बनाने का तरीका अलग है. Then your behavior is different. Then you have to do this all of the things I was talking about in this particular order. And also you will need specialist skill sets of all. It's a tricky game. It's a tricky game. Okay, if you are building a generalist agency like a content company, then top line पे will you put super specialist, or top line पे will you put generalist and then super specialist? Should you have super specialist, or should you hire super specialist as a freelancer? It's a complicated, tricky game to figure out. It's very easy to start a specialist agency. Doing YouTube, just working with YouTube, talking about YouTube day in, day out is still easier than the other one. It can be built. I have not figured it out yet. I'm still in my journey to figure out. I still feel I'm not attacking Group M's or Lolintas or Ogilvy's or anyone. I have figured out a chunk of the market that if Ogilvy does production, I will do distribution. If they create a TVC, I will distribute TVC because there are not enough good distribution. If you create an OTT, do it. I will market it. I am only interested in that particular business. If you create a Sam and Collins, for an example, or Collins and whatever the thing is, as an IP, and you are a great IP builder, I will distribute it. I will put all of my energies and focus in figuring out how YouTube distribution works, not how YouTube content production works. That's the only difference. Now, will you call it specialist and generalist? I don't know. I still call it generalist because my domain of territory is still broader, while my subdomains are specialist. So, for an example, you right now may be specialist because you are doing podcast. If you launch 2 to 3 other areas,
which you will podcast plus personal branding plus this thing.
Correct.
Individually they are specialists, but overall they are
exactly. And
right.
that depends on your hunger. That's all.